Hello, I'm Chloe Hay from BeHealing.com. I've made a new pick a card read for you. It's a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread this time. What's going on in your love life? Let's find out. Now, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it's good. Each one of these readings, the crystal, the flower, and the shell, has got a deeper dive reading to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, wanted to be a story, then you might want to get that. If you do, toward the end of these readings, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box in the comments below. Now, I'm giving 2 giveaways, 2 full readings that you can win each month. There's 2 ways of winning that you can do on this video. One way is to be a subscriber on this channel, to click like on this video and to leave a comment on this video, on any video, and you'll be in. I will choose one of the commenters by random at the end of each month and be giving them a full reading, private reading, if they win. And the other way is to get the deeper dive. So all the people that have bought the deeper dives will have an entry. Each deeper dive that you get is a separate entry, and I'll be picking a winner in random from those. So for your chance to win, you can purchase that and like, comment, and subscribe below. In the comments and in the description box below, you can find the timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? The crystal is out with the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is about doing things by the book for the long term. You know, the slow progression into a relationship that will last a long time. That kind of thing. Or would you like the flower? This flower is out with the Ten of Materials. The long-term kind of a building something with someone that will invest, that kind of thing. Investing together and building something up. Or would you like the shell? And the shell is out with the Queen of Swords, the one that sees things clearly. She knows to say no to someone and have her boundaries and all of that kind of thing. Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, leave a comment, get the deeper dive for those entries in. I do an energy update every single day of the year. I also go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well, where I give mini reads, 1-question readings. You can book one of those on my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. I'll do your reading right at the start of the next live show and then send you the link to the replay so you can watch it back, and you don't even need to come live if you don't want to. Or you can come live and you can book one while I'm live. I make 3 of these love pick a card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want them to be about in the comments below. And I also... offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. Well, enjoy your reading, crystal, flower, or shell. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal and the Lightseers Tarot deck, then this one's for you. Don't forget, like this video, comment on it, be a subscriber on it for your chance to win a full private reading with me each month. So, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended read that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, you'll get another entry in. If you purchase one of those, you'll get another entry into another draw each month for one of those private reads. But if you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's have a look what your reading is all about, crystals. It's about the Emperor and the Hierophant. Interesting. So this is about very masculine energy here. The Hierophant is the long term. The Emperor being the divine masculine, of course. That's the king of the kings, king of all kings. It's the masculine that has learned all of his lessons, the lessons of the pentacles about his money and about his stability, the lessons of the swords about his boundaries and about his thoughts, his logic. The lessons of the cups, so about his heart, and the lessons of the wands, which is about his passion and his action. And so the Emperor, the divine masculine, the one that's done that work on himself, he's very much in control of himself and is someone that can be trusted. Now the Hierophant is all about doing things tried and tested kind of ways, traditional route. And so we could be talking here a very strong energy of somebody who want something traditional with you, perhaps married, long-term kind of stuff, and someone that is very purposeful, on point, strong energy. It's really strong energy, this. So you might have someone in your life that is like a really good person to have a long-term relationship with. So what is hindering you in all of this? What's crossing you in this energy? Okay. So you're wishing for this person. You're like, yep, this person with the star energy. You're hopeful about this. But for Three of Swords, there's some healing that needs to be done here. So past heartbreaks has you closed down in some kind of a way, perhaps sabotaging this connection in some kind of a way, perhaps withdrawing or having boundaries up to them, or just being a little bit frosty so they don't want to come toward you. So let's not forget the Emperor energy. They're the master of their heart too. This is someone who's going to be very loyal, very dependable, that kind of thing. Those kind of people, they don't just barge into someone's life. If they can see that someone's a bit shut down or a little wary, they're not going to impose themselves, right? And so it could be that you have got a little bit more healing to do before you can actually open up to this person and your wishes. Now, for some of you, you could have been, if you've been through a lot of this heartbreak kind of an energy, if you've been through a lot in your life and had a lot to heal from, it could be that you were with people that were in the past, you've opened up to people that were like way beneath you, and now you've done the healing. Each step you're opening up to a better and better and better kind of a person, and it's just kind of time to take it to the next level, because this Emperor and Hierophant cards, it's very high energy. It's someone that might even appear out of your league if you've got more healing to do to get yourself up to that point to be open to someone like this. So yeah, more healing to do for your wishes to come true here. Doesn't feel like you're a long distance from it. I mean, guides wouldn't be bringing it up if you were. If this wasn't the next logical step to get into this relationship, then yeah, it wouldn't be coming up in this reading. So take heart with that. How do things appear on the surface at the moment? Okay, Temperance, like you're taking your time, having patience, and the Seven of Wands, protecting yourself. So it might appear to you that what you're doing is protecting yourself from possible heartbreak, from possible red flags and things like that. So you're protecting yourself by you're taking your time. That's how it appears on the surface of it. You're like, no problem here, I'm just taking my time. What's really behind that though? Oh, I'm told not to take those. You know, whenever the cards fall out like that, sometimes I'm told to take them, sometimes no. Sometimes it was just a messy shuffle. I'm not like picking and choosing myself which ones to take and which not. You see, it flies out like that when it's right. Not like that. So what's really behind that is Knight of Cups. There's romance, but it's kind of the first movements of romance, and the Six of Wands, victory in the long term. Okay. So what's really behind that? This is saying you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing by taking your time and kind of protecting this long-term victory. And but the Knight of Cups is like slow starts of romance, and that's what the Emperor is going to do, because the Hierophant card is out with the Emperor. That is the traditional way of going about things, to take it slowly. So I'm not seeing anything wrong here. I'm seeing the Three of Swords and the Star kind of saying, okay, a little bit shut down to this at the moment, but perhaps you're both like that. Perhaps you're both being a little bit cautious of getting into this, and there's not a problem there. So recent past energies between you guys. Recent past energies. Recent past. Ace of Wands, exciting new start. So this could be like the meeting of them, or when you first got talking to them, or something like that. The Ace of Wands is passion, like there's strong attraction between both of you, and it's very exciting. So you got all excited about them. Near future, you've got forward movement here. And the Six of Swords is someone helping you move forward as well. Sometimes it's the universe, but often it's somebody else. So I do feel like this is a mutual thing. If you're kind of beating yourself up going, oh, I wish I wasn't so closed down and all of that kind of stuff, I think you're both like that. I think this is just like you're both being cautious. And I think that is the kind of traditional kind of right way of going about things. So the Six of Swords, there will be forward movement, but I feel like it's going to be both of your effort to move forward. Interesting. So this reading is about the Emperor and the Hierophant. What else is this reading about? The King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords is the thinking man. I'm saying man because I'm presuming that you're the feminine watching this. You don't have to be there, but it's the Emperor. It's them. It's someone else's energy. It's your person's energy. But they are in their head. They're thinking about this, perhaps overthinking it, perhaps, yeah, tying themselves up in knots thinking about this. So someone has got a lot of thoughts about this. The King of Swords can sometimes forget about their heart and be overly logical about things, overly, you know, concerned with the mind and thinking things through. So what are your fears in this? What are your fears? It's not those. It's this. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is like a small offer. So if your person comes forward with something small, or it already has come forward with something small and it's not big enough yet, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure they'd really like me because they're not like, there's no grand gestures, there's nothing big coming my way. It could have you like, what they have shown you or the approaches that they've made towards you or are about to make towards you, you might be reading less into them than is actually there. Less into them, not more into them. So they're taking baby steps towards you. You might be going, oh, but that was nothing. I fear that it was nothing, and I'm reading too much into it, right? When really you're reading too little into it, that they are actually taking baby steps towards you on purpose. So you're worried that those baby steps that they're taking means that like they're not really interested. Knight of Wands. But what if they did this? The Knight of Wands like made a big move on you. Then you'd be like, no, but they're a player, right? So yeah, I think your worries here about choosing, like you don't know what their intentions are. They do too little, and then it's like they don't like me. They do too much. They're a player. I think you're worried about trying to discern whether they're the right choice for you or not. From those two cards coming out now, what about your hopes? What are your hopes? You're hoping to manifest this. Oh, wow. You're hoping to manifest this. The Magician. So you want this to manifest. 10 of Cups, you're happily ever after. You hope that this is the one you're happily ever after, the one that's going to make the heart happy, the one that's forever. And the Devil energy. The Devil energy can be about indulgence. So you could be hoping like to indulge in this for the good things in life, to enjoy the riches, the nectar of life, the happiness. You might feel like you're really due all of this happiness now. Yeah. It can be obsession as well, and so you might want to like really fall hard for this person and it be like obsessed with each other. Outcome cards. So I'm going to get the outcome cards out now. I'm going to get a progression of them out, perhaps 6 or 7 cards. And I'm going to reveal the first one to you. It's just popped out there. Reveal the first one to you. The rest of them will be revealed in the deeper dive read, in that extended reading. In that deeper dive read, I like what I just saw then. In that deeper dive read, I'll also be getting cards out from all of these decks back here and getting deeper into their energy, finding out what's going on for them, getting messages out from them as well. We'll be getting some advice cards out for you too. And also, what else? Timing card out for this forward movement that you've got coming in the near future, and anything else that might pop up. And of course, if you're purchasing that deeper dive, it's also going to get you an entry in to that the draw for a full private reading with me that I'm giving away each month as well. And your comments will get you an extra entry into another draw as well for that too. 2 chances to win. So the first card out here, if your outcome cards, there's all your outcome cards. I'm going to leave that upside down. I've got a reverse card there. The first outcome card is the 7 of Pentacles. So this is an investment. The 7 of Pentacles, someone's going to invest something. Like with your energy here about this Page of Pentacles, you might still be like, yeah, they've asked me to this, but it just felt like a friendly kind of an ask kind of thing. But it's an investment. It feels like you need to get over that. To me, that talking yourself out of that was something or nothing when they asked me that, or they've invited me to this, but yeah, it's not like a date. That kind of an energy, you need to have to get yourself out of that and see the investments that this person is making for the actual investments that it is. So I feel like your person is going to make some kind of an investment here. Perhaps they've already been doing that, and you're going to have to kind of acknowledge that as a healthy level of investment at this point in the proceedings in this relationship. It's good to start small, and then the investments should grow, right, as we get to know somebody, and then we open up even more and kind of choosing them. You choose them at a certain kind of a low level at first, and then as it progresses, you choose them on a bigger level and you invest even more. And so if you can believe in that kind of healthy progression, I think it's going to be really good for you here. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to find out what these cards are and all the rest of it, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, that email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like and comment and be a subscriber for another entry in for a free monthly draw for a free full reading with me. And get that deeper dive for another entry for that too. Giving away a lot now. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Flowers, isn't it a beautiful flower? Flowers, let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread, find out what's going on in your love life. Now, flowers, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box below. And don't forget, getting that deeper dive read will give you one entry into the draw at the end of each month for a free full reading. So, what's this reading all about? Let's find out. We've got the 10 of materials out first. So this is about you building something with someone else, building something for the long term kind of a relationship. It's waking up to that, waking up and changing your mind about something, seeing things from a different perspective, about how to build something long term for your future, a long term kind of a relationship. It's not something that happens by chance. It's something that we actually build. There's a way of getting into long term relationships, and there's a way of getting into short term relationships. And getting into the way that we get into short-term relationships isn't the way that we get into long-term relationships. In other words, can't get ourselves into a short-term relationship and expect it to turn into a long-term relationship. That doesn't happen. We go about things very differently when we're getting into a long-term relationship, and you might be having an aha about that, or these kind of readings might be shedding some light on that to you, and you're actually changing your mind. I know a lot of people, perhaps people that have been very wounded by relationships and get into spirituality and these things, can then get to the point, I know because I was there and I'm not there anymore, the point of like, I just want to meet someone and then it'd be fully magical and we just dive into it and it's everything, and then it turns into something long term. I used to think that, and I don't want that anymore, because that isn't healthy. It isn't a healthy way of getting into things. So you might be getting some ahas and changing your mind and awakening to that, of how to actually get yourself into something that is long term. 10 of material, something that you can build upon, you know, someone that is actually going to invest and build upon things with you. It takes a different kind of a personality to do that. What is crossing you in all of this? What's hindering you? The Empress. Nice. Well, the Empress energy is the Queen of all queens. So this is the one when you know what it is that you deserve. You know what you're worth, right? So you know what you're worth. But are you doing the things to bring someone like that into your life? You can know what it is that you're worth and be honoring yourself and all of that kind of thing, but then you can still be doing the same things that you did to try and get into a relationship before, but that's getting you in the relationship with the wrong kind of people. Do you know what I mean? So like, you've worked on yourself, you become the Empress energy, you know what you deserve, but then you still keep on going down to the local and having a few drinks to try and pick somebody up, and you're thinking that you're just going to get lucky and get the long-term relationship. It's that kind of scenario where it's like, no, that's not the way you're going to get it. You need to actually change how you're approaching it too, and what it is that you're doing. Okay, so how do things appear on the surface? Queen of Inspiration, you're very attractive right now. A lot of attention coming your way. So it's not for want of people being interested in you. What's really behind that? 2 small offers. Page of Materials. So you're getting offers. People, you know, on Tinder, they'll message you and everything, but it never turns into anything. Or there's a lot of people attracted to you, but it's just small offers. Page of Materials doesn't eventuate into anything. Recent past energies. Page of Emotions. Interesting. So the Page of Emotions is the fantasy. It's the, you know, meeting someone. It's like, oh, I can imagine a life with this person. Straight off, you're into that fantasy. The fantasy world and illusions and all of that kind of thing. Page of Emotions. So you might have been like very much a fantasy kind of a person, imagining that someone is better than that you are and that you could have a healthy relationship with them. It's not founded in reality. It's just like, oh, you're a new person. You've got a nice face and body and all of that kind of thing. I know a little bit about you. Now I'm going to create this complete fantasy about you in my mind and then have like project myself with that fantasy version of you into the future and like building something with you. It's like falling in love with an idea of someone, of what they could be. And then once we do that, we can think that that's their potential. It's the potential that we think that they've got to make them the right person for us, if they just change, right? And then we can feel, when they don't turn out to be that one, we can feel like they've done something wrong or they're not reaching their potential, which is just not true. We can't say what someone's potential is or not. It's not that everyone should be growing into the person that should be with us just because we've chosen them. So, okay. It doesn't surprise me that this Hangman has come out, because it does seem like that there needs to be a reframe in your mind, like a different way of looking at this. What's coming in your near future? Your recent future. What's coming in your near future? You got the 5 of Inspiration, reaching higher. Yes, you see, that's what I was getting, is that you need to reach higher. The Empress energy needs to reach higher, needs to go to the right places where those people are that want what you want, the ones that are in the same energy, where the Emperors are. You go where the Emperors are, not where the Knights and the Pages are. You go where the Emperors are and the Kings. It's a different place. You look for them in a different place and you do it in a different way as well. So for those of you that have kind of been using dating sites, it might not be there, or there could be like a different dating site where your person is. If you've been trying to meet people by going out, then that won't be where your person's at. Let's find out more. So what else is this reading about? It's about you like securing something for the long term, telling material, someone to build with. But it's definitely about you having an aha about that. Like when you suddenly realize, it's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to meet them in those kind of places. That's not where they're at. It can be very, it can be very, I don't know what the word is, inspiring, or gives you a lot of hope when you realize I've just stopped looking in those kind of places. Or if I do like go out with my friends, not be expecting to meet somebody. I don't expect to meet someone when I'm out with my friends. When I'm out with my friends, I'm having a good time. I'm not thinking like, oh, there might be someone there that I'll meet for a long-term relationship. I don't think the long-term relationship people will be out there. Unless, I don't know, you could, like they could be out with their friends and be of that same kind of an energy, but chances are, no. Chances are they're going to be somewhere else. Chances are that they're going to be at the gym instead, or doing something else, right? What else is this reading about? It's about the 7 of emotions. It's about the way that you choose. It's about the way that you're choosing. Because 7 of emotions is confusion about choices. It's like, well, how am I choosing? Where am I choosing these? Which way am I going about it? You might need to get really like straight with yourself about it. There's a million ways to meet people. And if you're just choosing a few all the time and then you're meeting the same kind of people, even though you're getting a lot of bites, you are getting a lot of bites, you're very attractive. It's not the bites that you want, it's the pages, you know? It's never going anywhere. So it's the way that you're choosing, is how you're choosing, where you're going, how you're expecting to meet these people. What are your fears? 7 of materials, investing. Investing your time and your efforts, perhaps in something that's not going to go anywhere. This could be just about investing. It could be exhausting. Dating could be exhausting if the dating pool that you're choosing from is not very good. And you might think that the dating pool is all that's out there, but it tells you, where do you think your dating pool is? I mean by that is like, do you think that Tinder is your dating pool? You might be very disappointed if that's the case, because most of the players are on that. There might be 1 or 2 that are not, but most of the players are on there, right? So if you're investing in Tinder people, you might be disillusioned and be afraid, or just, I'm not even feeling afraid. I'm feeling like, what's the point? What's the point in investing? Death, significant endings and new beginnings. There's the Death card. So there's a fear here of actually changing how you're going about it. Now that could be because of this Queen of Inspiration, because you are getting a lot of bites. You think, oh, I just need to persist in what I've been doing and eventually I'll meet the right person. But this reading is saying, no, you won't. You'll keep on meeting the wrong person. You need to be looking elsewhere, to where the kings and the emperors are. What are your hopes? 5 of emotions to defrost your heart. So you're a bit pessimistic right now and a bit closed down is what this is saying, and you're hoping to warm up, be more open, to feel more positive again about dating and about meeting somebody. I hear you. Hopes. Any more hopes? Justice, for the divine match that you know that you deserve. The Empress has come out. You know what you deserve. It's just a matter of meeting them, right? And the 9 of emotions, of course. What are your wishes? For your wishes to be fulfilled, for your heart to be fulfilled, your heart's wishes, for someone to love you right, for someone to be your kind of a person in relationship. So let's get your outcome cards out. I'm going to get a progression of outcome cards out, 6 or 7 cards. And most of them will be revealed in the deeper dive reading, that extended reading. But the first one, which has popped out already, is going to be revealed in this reading. So stick around for that. In that deeper dive reading, I'll also be getting cards out of the decks back there, find out about your person, give you some guidance as well. And we'll get some message cards out from your person. And we'll get a timing card out as well for progressions forward. Don't forget, if you purchase that deeper dive read as well, you will be getting an entry into the draw at the end of the month for a free full reading, private reading with me. And don't forget, if you like and comment and you're a subscriber on this channel, that will give you another entry to another. So I'm giving 2 readings away each month, at the end of each month, starting at the end of August. So entries now will be for the end of August, because we're almost at the end of July now anyway. And so, yeah, 2 chances to win one of those readings each month by getting the deeper dive and by commenting, liking, and being a subscriber on this video and any other videos that I do. 4. Let's just get another couple of cards out for your outcome here. Kind of slow coming out, your cards. It feels, 3 more, okay. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, nice. 6 cards there. 7 cards out for your outcome. Those are the ones that I'm going to reveal in the deeper dive read. But your first one is the 3 of Materials. Now, the 3 of Materials is about collaborations. It's about other people. It could be a plan here. It could be your plan to get yourself into the places, the people that where your person might be. Now, there's a plan involved here with the 3 of Materials and collaborations, meaning who of your friends might know the kind of person that you're looking for. Talk to those friends. You know, especially like if you've got a friend whose husband works at some kind of a place where there might be people, your kind of people, talk to your friend about it. Ask them to ask their husband for you, you know, if they've got single, you know, great people that might be right for you in there. It's one way of doing it. You might plan to get yourself in other places too. I know for me, like I'm a fitness nerd. I'm a member of every gym here on this island. You know what I mean? It's like I put myself in those places because I know that is where I'm going to meet. That's where I'm going to meet my person, because they will be doing that kind of thing. They'll be my match. So you need to think about it and plan here of how, but it involves other people. It involves like third parties, so friends, just the right people that you're working with as well. You might ask them, do you know anyone that might be right for me? Because the dating scene that I'm picking from at the moment isn't right for me, but you might know somebody, or you know somebody that might be, you know, someone like 2 links away from you that is right. That's what I'm getting from that. Anyway, something worth pursuing for sure. If you want to find out what the rest of these cards are and all the rest of it, you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and is an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower. I think these are edible as well. Definitely not the stamen inside, but I know you can eat the white ones of these. It's a tree in Thailand, and it has these flowers on it. I've never seen like the red ones for sale in the markets here, but I'm not going to try it just in case. Anyway, click on the flower on a device you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, you will see, amongst other things, a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off. Leave a comment for an entry in. Of course, your purchase of the deeper dive will get you another entry in as well. Good luck with winning that. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive, then I'll see you there very shortly. So if you chose this shell along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross love spread. Find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, shells is going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And don't forget, if you get that deeper dive read, then you'll have an entry into the end of the month reading draw for a full private reading with me to win that. So let's get into your reading, because the first cards are out already. What's this reading all about? Well, the High Priestess came out first, so this could be about secrets and about your intuition as well. I feel like you might have met somebody where you're feeling to hold back from them. You're intuitively feeling not to go there, just to hold back, to have boundaries, perhaps watch them and wait. This could be that you've met somebody and you're thinking like, there could be red flags here. I'm not sure. I get an uneasy feeling about this person. I shouldn't go there. I don't really know why, but I shouldn't go there. If that's you, then this reading is confirmation of that. Now, it might mean that, and of course, then you would be coming to a reading, right, to find out about them. Like, what is this uneasy feeling that I get about this person? Suggest boundaries here, that you've kind of got some boundaries, but it's just on an intuitive hunch. So let's find out what it's all about then. What's crossing you? So what's hindering you in this? What's crossing you? Ten of Wands. Burdens. Right. So you guys, you might have been burdened by relationships one too many times. Taking all the burdens on from a relationship. Doing all the work, you know. Having to take care of someone. Not really getting that much back from them. That kind of thing. You might think that it's something about that. The feeling that you get from this person. Or it might just be that you're a little bit more guarded than others because of that. Like, you're less likely to get into a relationship than most because you've been burdened so much by relationships that you're like, I'd rather be single and independent than be in the wrong relationship. Only, you're less susceptible to relationships than most, I would say. How are things on the surface? Justice. Now, it appears like this person could be your match, like could be good for you, a balanced relationship could be the one for you, kind of thing. So like on paper, perhaps, earning a similar amount, similar, you might be very compatible, that kind of thing. What's really behind that though? Oh, Three of Cups. Third parties. There could be third parties. And not just one third party either. There could be third parties. So there could be other people involved in this. And if that's what you've been thinking, I think you'd be right with that. Now, I don't know whether this is like they've got someone else. Yeah, it could be that, in fact. I was thinking maybe it's just someone that's dating a lot of people at the same time, but no, I'm feeling like this person's got somebody else, perhaps a long-term relationship with someone, and intuitively you might be like pulling back from them. You might think, they might have someone else here. Okay, recent past for you, you've got the Queen of Wands, very attractive, so you're getting a lot of attention, but the Ten of Swords, it's never worked out well. It's always ended really badly for you. So it's not... You've got a lot of people coming your way, right? But not the ones that are working out in your favor. It all ends badly. It's painful each time it does. So, okay, what's coming in the near future? Hopefully that's going to turn around for you. Near future. The Chariot, forward movement. Ace of Wands, very exciting start. Ace of Wands. Could be someone that you're very attracted to. It could be forward movement. It could be with this person. Chariot suggests that you might be in two minds about it. Like a horse pulling in the other direction. Ace of Wands can often be like the card of passion kind of thing, so not necessarily something that's going to last, but we'll see. What else is this reading about? The High Priestess, the Queen of Swords. I do really feel like you got your eye on someone at the moment, but I'm feeling like to hold back from them. Feeling like you don't trust them or something like that. What else is this reading about? What else is this reading about? What else is this reading about? The Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out. No, it's not really. It's about being left out. Not just feeling left out. It's about being left out. And the Queen of Pentacles is that very stable, solid person that you are. So you've probably built things up in your life. You've got a life. You've got your job or business, career, whatever. You're stable. You've got a good position here, but it seems to be leaving you out of the running for a lot of people, I think. You see, a lot of people might want to be with you because of this energy. but you wouldn't necessarily want to be with them. And I think that's why you've got the Queen of Wands here with the Ten of Swords. It ends badly. So you think that them coming forward means that they might be good for you, but it just means that you're good for them. You know what I mean? So they're coming towards you because you're very attractive, you're very stable and all of these things. It's not that they can offer you the same in return. It's that they like your energy. You're consistent, you're easy for them. You are, I don't mean easy for them, like, you know, I mean, you're not going to cause them trouble because you're in stable energy. That doesn't mean that they're not going to cause you trouble, right? Yeah. And with this coming in the near future, this Ace of Wands, it could be someone that you're very like attracted to, and it might move really fast. But again, you could be a good thing for them and them not for you, you know? I think that people are attracted to you because of your energy. They're not even considering what they've got to offer you. They're just like, you are a catch kind of thing. You're not going to cause them trouble. And I think that's why you've been burdened by relationships, right? It's been a burden to you because, yeah, people are choosing you because you're a catch, but they're bringing disruption into your life because they're not a catch. It feels to me like you're right to be drawing up boundaries with people, Queen of Swords, and intuitively feeling like that. It feels to me like you need to be out there looking for a catch, a real catch, rather than being chosen by other people that think you're a catch. Be less swayed by their attraction to you. You need to be out there, not asking like, who's attracted to me, more, who am I attracted to? And not just attracted to, who is a catch? A catch. What are your fears? So there's this feeling here like you've left yourself out, you've got yourself to a too high a position, a too stable a position, and you're out of everyone's league, is what this is. But what I'm getting is that, yeah, you're attracting people that aren't in your league. But you could be attracting people that are in your league as well. But you need to go to those leagues and choose somebody from that league. What are your fears? Fears. Interesting. Two of Cups. The fear of the match, the true match. I wonder why. So perhaps because you're the Queen of Pentacles energy and you've got that stability, and if a true match comes in, then they are going to disrupt your life a little bit. They'll add to your life. That could be it. Bringing someone in that will add to your life means that you're not going to be the one that's in control anymore. When you bring in people that are kind of below you and stuff like that, even though it doesn't work out well in the long term, it's still, you've got a level of control. They don't disrupt your life so much because you've got that stability. They kind of have to fit in and then they flit out of your life. But if you go to someone that's as solid as you are, that has got a life, your life is going to be disrupted, right? Both of your lives are going to be disrupted a little bit in order to integrate. That will be your match. And I don't think that's your comfort zone. I think your comfort zone is being the strong one, being the solid one. But even though you realize it's leaving you out, you're not getting what it is that you want from it. Two of Wands, a choice. So you're fearing making the choice. Interesting, it's two twos there, which is all about partnership. So it's actually, this is saying that you're fearing partnership. True partnership. Balanced partnership. Because of what it will mean. Giving someone an equal footing kind of thing. Equally like in control of it. Equal bringing something to it. Equal power is what it is. Equal power. Equal power in the relationship. So your comfort zone is to bring people in and you take the burdens on, but you stay in control of it. They don't have much standing in it. The other person doesn't have much standing in it. That's your comfort zone. And that's not necessarily going to get you the relationship that you want. Vulnerability is putting yourself in that vulnerable position where someone else can give as much as you, someone else is bringing as much as you, someone else disrupts your life as much as you disrupt theirs. You might have been hoping that someone comes along that is your match, but that will just kind of integrate into your life and your stability easily, rather than someone that's got as much stability and will disrupt your life as much as you disrupt their lives. Okay, what are your hopes? The world. For the cycles that you've been in, perhaps repetitive cycles that you've been in, to end now and for it to change. An 8 of Wands for direct movement forward, for like someone to be direct with you, telling you as it is, because 8 of Wands is about communication as well, direct communication. So you want someone that's upfront, that tells you what it is that they want. You're looking for someone that's like yourself, right? That's what you're looking for, is someone like yourself. And I can see in this reading that you've been like, no, I'm not interested in someone like that because I want to be in control. You've not been saying it like that, and perhaps you've not realized that that's what it is, but it makes you feel too vulnerable because you've built yourself up to be the Queen of Pentacles. And bringing a King of Pentacles in, or an Emperor into your life, they'll come with their solid structure of life too, require you to bend, and you don't want to bend. Nor do you want to take on the burdens. So you don't want what you had either, right? Because it's not good enough for you. Okay, so let's get your outcome cards out. I'm going to reveal the first outcome card because I'm going to get a series of them out, like 6 or 7 cards out for your outcome cards. But I'm going to reveal the first one, and the first one only, in this reading. The rest of them I'm going to reveal in the deeper dive read, that extended reading. There's your first one. Oh, and in that deeper dive read, that extended reading, I'll also be getting cards out of all of these decks back here as well to give you some advice, to tap into your person's energy as well. I think we've got 2 people here. I think we've got someone that you're looking at but kind of drawing up a boundary to, like going, I don't think this is it. Even though you don't know why. Well, I think I've told you why now. They're not in your league. But maybe you've got someone you knew coming in, and we'll get into their energy too. We'll also be getting timelines out for you as well. Find out what these people are all about, why you're rejecting them, why you feel to reject this one. But yeah, I think we've already found that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, too many. Let's just go again on that one. Just want 1 more or 2 more. 1 more will do. Okay. Okay, so your outcome cards there, that progression. 6 cards. First card is the Empress. This is your energy. This is your energy as the divine feminine, the queen of all queens. You're learning your lessons. Now, it feels to me like you're going to get to this point. I think at the moment you're Queen of Materials, Queen of Pentacles here. And to get to the Empress energy, you're going to have to bring in the Queen of the other signs too. Now, I don't know which one's missing for you, or which one you're working on. I know for me, like I was Queen of Wands, like I'll take action, and then I moved to the Queen of Cups, kind of mastered that part of myself, my heart and being open and all of that, but it was kind of before I was healed, so it was kind of before time that I stepped into that energy. And so then I had to work on the Queen of Swords energy of being empowered and having boundaries and all of that kind of thing. And Queen of Pentacles kind of was a progression, and she stepped up at each step along the way, really coming into her own when I stepped into that Queen of Swords energy. I don't know how the progression is for you, but whichever it is, you need to incorporate. So whether it's you need to work on your Queen of Cups energy, like being in your heart and being open. It could be that. Or your Queen of Swords energy. I mean, she is here, of having like stronger boundaries to what it is that you don't want, that what is not right for you, and being empowered, you know, being able to stand up for yourself and all of that kind of thing. You'll know which one's missing to get yourself to the Empress state of mind. The Empress state of mind where you're embodying all of that and you fully own it. It's like, no, this is the level I'm at. I know I'm at the top of my game. I deserve someone that's at the top of the game, that kind of thing. You do in this reading have something that's missing here. It could be cups. It could be Queen of Cups, in fact, because we've got all the other queens on the table. Because we've got all the other queens on the table. There you have it. I've just noticed the Queen of Wands is there in the past, yeah. So, yeah, you've got all the other queens on the table. So it's the Queen of Cups that is missing to get to the Empress. So Queen of Cups. I just want to read it out. I don't know why, but I'm just going to read it out of the book. You need to know what the Queen of Cups is about. This is the deck that I'm using, Mystical Moments. Never do this in these readings, but here you go. You need to hear this. Queen of Cups, that's what I'm looking for. She's not on the table, but we need to hear from her because this is the part that you need to integrate. Queen of Cups. On the card, she sits on a seashell on the ocean floor. Shafts of sunlight pierce the depths and illuminate the queen in a soft golden light, revealing her warmth and caring spirit. The sea is calm and still, reflecting the queen's emotional stability. Her tentacles are softly floating through the water, showing that the queen is in flow with nature and with her own sensitive emotions. It's about mastering your emotions and being calm. Not mastering emotions like I don't feel anything and I push my emotions down. No, it's flowing with them. It's feeling them and remaining open. That's the stuff that you need to work on at the moment to be the Empress. She lovingly looks down at the seahorse. She's tenderly embracing and protecting. She has reverence for all living things in the world. This is about tender feelings, a gentle nature, warm heart, empathy, sensitivity. Work on all those things and become like the master of your emotions. And as I said, that doesn't mean pushing them down, because sometimes people think, I'm the master of, especially men, I'm the master of my emotions. I'm never emotional kind of thing. It's like, oof, okay, that's not exactly what we're talking about here. Work on that Queen of Cups energy and get yourself to that Empress. That's your outcome, and then this is what comes from that. So if you want to find out what this is and all the rest of it, you might want to get that deeper dive. For even more, if you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and is an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget, you get an entry into that draw for a private reading with me that I'll draw out at the end of each month as well, by getting that deeper dive read. Also, by commenting and liking and being a subscriber on this channel, you'll get another entry in as well. So get doing that down there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if this is why you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive or even more, then I will see you in there very shortly.